Is it Miss Drake, Christine Drake, is that correct?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the council. My name is Christine Ladas-Drake, and I reside in Pine Chase Estates. I came here tonight as a longtime citizen of the community and a constituent and a taxpayer. With me this evening, I brought 3 bottles of water from my tap that came out this morning, and I was the customer she was referring to. And I wanted to tell you, I've been dealing with this since 2016. I've sent emails, I've made phone calls, and I've even showed up in person. Initially, when I showed up in person, I was told I was on a well system, and I was there to pay my city water bill, so I don't know how that worked out, but I have been trying to get someone to help me for years. I've been confused. I had no idea what was in my pipes. I just knew it was coming out brown. I knew I wasn't the only one in my community after speaking with my neighbors. I felt alone because I kept trying to ask someone to help me. Where do I go? Where do I turn? I even changed pipes. In my home alone, I have had to switch out the following: 1 hot water heater, 2 toilets, 3 sinks, 1 tub, 1 garbage disposal, 1 clothing washer, 2 dishwashers, multiple shower heads and faucets, 1 refrigerator with a built-in ice maker and water dispenser, and a multitude of clothing and linens that have been destroyed by the water, as well as faucets and shower heads. I'm standing here tonight to ask you, as a council, would you drink the water that I brought? Let me grab that real fast. This is what comes out of my tap. This is the 2nd time since May 12th that I've been able to capture what's been coming out of my tap. And when it sets, there's quite a bit of things in the bottom of the thing. I want to ask you this, because my family's forced to drink it, and my family's forced to consume it and bathe in it. Would you do it? Would you ask your children, your grandchildren, and your family to do that? Because I have to. I mean, would you even put your boat in it? I guess that's my next question. I mean, it's corroded all my appliances, my fixtures. So I guess what I'm standing here asking is, because I pay a water bill, I've gotten nothing. I've gotten no reductions. I've gotten no help. I've gotten nothing. And I understand that their ice pigging has been going on, and I appreciate that. Thank you for bringing that to the people. But what are we going to do? Because according to everything I have here, it was fixed. And clearly, my water's showing you it's not fixed. So I continue to pay a water bill every month, and I can't even consume it. So I guess I ask this. Ms. Matheny, you're a county employee as well. Can you find funding through them to help us? Mr. Hawkins has a relationship with you, Mayor Blackwell. Mm-hmm. Can you get him to get us some state funding? Because I can't continue to live like this. It's been 5 years in my home, and I've gotten nothing. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. And I know everybody sent someone to my home today to knock on my door, and of course, I didn't put my address out there. So yeah, I asked who it was. I asked who gave the bill. Any answers?
I'll give you another minute or 2. I'd like to listen. Go ahead.
I appreciate that, Councilman Cooper. You know, the frustrating part is I pay for bottled water on the regular. I pay for 2 5-gallon jugs every time I go to fill jugs. The problem is I can't afford to buy that separate water to bathe in. I can't afford to bathe my animals in it. I can't afford to bathe my 4-month-old nephew that I help with. I can't afford to wash my clothes with. So at this point in time, I don't know what I'm consuming through my pores. There's no long-term study. I can tell you that my husband's skin has changed since this has happened. I can tell you that he has dry spots, he has itchy spots, he has burning spots, and I know he's not the only one. As we all know, this has been going on for quite some time, and some of us, yeah, we take to social media because it's the only thing that we have. Because when I've come down here, when I've called, when I've emailed, I've gotten nothing. I'm tired of being turned away. I pay for this. I'm paying for this. It's not like it's coming to me for free. And we don't have the cheapest water rates here. There are people all over the state that pay a lot less than we do and have far better quality than we have. I mean, I can't imagine that anybody standing here can be some sort of empathetic. I know some of you grew up in this town just like we did. What do you want? What should we do? Where can I turn to if I can't turn to you guys? Who can I turn to? Who can help me? Anyone?
About a year ago, I tried to get whole house filters.
I remember that.
I tried to do that.
I remember that. And I have to say,
tried to give a break on the cost of your water bill.
Maybe I can afford a filter then. You know, I mean, I have to say, and I genuinely appreciate what they're doing to try to help. I know that they're newer, but this has been going on. I know for a fact that in 2016, it was recommended to be replaced. That didn't happen in 2016. Instead, it continued to saturate our pipes. It continued to saturate into our homes. It continued to destroy the things that are in my home, that I pay for, that I work hard for, okay? Let me tell you, I can't tell you how much I'm grateful that Councilman Trace at least came to the table with something, that Councilman Cooper came to the table with something, anything to try to help us. I mean, it's not only infuriating, it's nauseating. Sometimes the smell of the water when it comes out is disgusting. People send me pictures all the time, videos all the time. I mean, I've seen black water, black, pitch black, darker than my hair. I mean, that to me, you can't tell me that's healthy to consume. Nobody can tell me that that's healthy to consume. We're the long-term study. What's happening to me? Is this a carcinogen? I don't know. Do you guys know? Does anybody know? Who sits in here, right here, above me, in front of me, and drinks the same city water that I do? You guys do? You drink it out of the tap?
Yeah, I do.
You keep it out of the tap? Well, I brought some if anybody wants any. I mean, I'm willing to share. Sharing is caring. So anybody want to take some, it's here for the giving,
Let me
you
take a
know?
look at that.
Councilmember Matheny.
Thank you. Ms. Craig, what are we doing in her community to address all these concerns? And also, I wanted to ask the city manager, we had a program at one point where people could turn in, like, all of the items that she's mentioned that's been damaged. Is there still an opportunity that she can turn in a claim to the city to cover some of those expenses?
That's correct. She could file a claim, all those things she listed.
Yeah.
Chris, if you'll get with us, we'll put in a claim for you.
This has been going on since 2016. So initially, when I replaced my first item that I was aware that this was going on with, so I don't know that I have my receipts, but I'll gladly try to find
We will
them.
work with you.
I appreciate that.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you for
Yeah.
I
sharing
appreciate
tonight.
that. Thank you.
And if she could let us know what's going on in your community, and
Absolutely.
is there anything else that we can do to help her out?